Malaga Radio.
Freshly squeezed.
The juice on all the daily events along the coast.
With just a little bit of zest.
Welcome to the Malaga Radio Weekly Diary, your coast-to-coast companion for everything happening this week from June 2nd to June 8th. I'm Carmen.
And I'm Baptiste. And we've got that early summer feeling in full swing. You know the one. Flip-flops by the door, sunglasses never quite put away, and the coast quietly starting to buzz.
This week's diary is full of color, culture, and just the right amount of chaos, from the final sparkle of Torremolinos Pride to beachside concerts, secret tirrillas, candlelight concerts, paddleboard yoga.
And of course, we've got a special spotlight on Marbella's Feria de San Bernabé, which officially kicks off next Sunday. But the build-up starts now.
So whether you're here for a weekend, a wedding, or the whole season, we'll help you make the most of it.
And if you're loving what we do or want to help keep this little podcast going, you can now support us on Patreon. Just visit malagashradio.com and tap the link. Every bit helps.
All right, let's dive in.
Malaga Radio.
If you're anywhere near Marbella next week, or even just thinking about a little day trip, we're going to give you every reason to say yes.
Seriously, this is the moment to mark the calendar, extend your stay, or shuffle your plans, because Maria's Feria is coming, and it's not just a party. It's an experience.
Now, if you've never been to a Spanish feria before, think of it like this: part festival, part street theater, part family reunion, and part all-night rave.
With horses?
With horses. And flamenco dresses, marching bands, fireworks, paella being cooked in giant pans the size of a car tire.
And that magical drink called rebujito, which somehow makes dancing in the street at midday feel totally reasonable.
The Feria de San Bernabé is Marbella's big annual celebration. It's in honor of the town's patron saint, and it's rooted in hundreds of years of tradition.
But don't let the history fool you. It's also one of the liveliest, most colorful weeks of the year. Locals dress up, the streets are full of music, and everyone's invited.
Coming up, we'll tell you how it all works, what happens during the day, what to expect at night, how to dress, what to eat, and how to make the most of it without speaking a word of Spanish.
Whether you're here for one evening or the whole week, we've got the insider guide. Ready?
Let's go.
So let's talk about the rhythm of the Feria, because it really is two different worlds depending on the time of day.
Exactly. The daytime feria takes over the old town, winding streets filled with music, pop-up bars, flamenco dresses swishing through alleyways, and groups of friends just being together. It's elegant, it's traditional, and it feels like the city is alive in a completely different way.
It's dancing in the plaza, spontaneous sevillanas, and that moment where someone hands you a tiny glass of rebujito and says, salud, and suddenly
you see people in full feria dress, and not just performers, locals go all in. It's colorful, photogenic, and honestly, even if you're just watching from the edge of the square with a cold beer, you're in it.
And the sun sets and everything shifts. The nighttime feria takes place at the fairgrounds in Arroyo Primero, just outside the center. It's full-on party mode, a huge stage with concerts, DJs, bars, food trucks, and the kind of funfair rides that light up the night sky.
If you're here for the experience but want something more relaxed or family-friendly, stick to the day. But if you're in the mood for neon lights, loud music, and dancing with strangers, nighttime is where it's at.
But before all that kicks off, there's a beautiful tradition that sets the tone. Pilgrimage Sunday this year falling on June 8th.
It starts early. We mean sunrise early. Locals gather in the plaza. There's a burst of early morning fireworks, and this part is wonderful. Free churros and chocolate are handed out just for showing up.
You see horses dressed in flowers, carts decorated with palm fronds and flags, people on foot or horseback heading out toward the countryside, singing and playing music as they go. It's a romería, a kind of a pilgrimage meets celebration, deeply rooted in Andalusian culture.
And the best part? Tourists are absolutely welcome to watch, photograph, and enjoy. You don't need to speak Spanish or book a ticket. Just be respectful, smile, and take it all in.
It's one of those Marbella moments where time slows down and traditions come alive. Totally worth setting an alarm for.
All right, let's talk about food and drink. Because honestly, a feria week might be the easiest time to eat and sip like a local without needing a guidebook or a reservation.
It's not just churros and paella, although yes, both of those make very welcome appearances. It's about the rhythm of the day. You dance a little, you eat a little, you toast with friends, and then you repeat until well past midnight.
Let's start with a drink you'll see everywhere, rebujito. It's a mix of dry sherry, usually fino or manzanilla, and lemonade, served over ice. Super simple, super refreshing, and dangerously easy to drink.
Locals walk around with it like it's an accessory, tiny plastic cups in hand, refilled often, sometimes passed around between friends like a secret.
Then there are the casetas, the pop-up bars and tents where most of the action happens. Some are private, belonging to local associations or families, but many are public and you'll know them instantly. The music's pumping, doors wide open, and people dancing right out into the street.
Inside, you'll find food that's cheap, hearty, and joyful. We're talking grilled sardines on sticks, slices of tortilla, montaditos with jamon or cheese, little cones of fried anchovies, and yes, paella, always a crowd pleaser, served in generous portions for about €3.50.
It's all designed to be shared, grabbed quickly between songs, or eaten standing up. No fuss, and it somehow always hits the spot.
Now, about what to wear, you don't have to dress up, but this is one of those rare moments where you might want to.
The daytime feria especially, it's a visual feast. Women in ruffled flamenco dresses, flower crowns, hand fans, men in embroidered jackets, sometimes riding horseback through town like it's completely normal.
If you're visiting, don't stress, but maybe swap the swim shorts for something with a collar, light linen summer dresses, comfy shoes you can dance in. That's the vibe.
And most important, don't be shy. If someone offers to show you a dance move, say yes. If they pour your rebujito, raise your glass. You're not expected to be perfect, just to join in.
All right, so you're sold on the idea. Now, how do you actually get to the feria without spending your evening stuck in a car or trying to find parking in flamenco traffic?
First tip, if you're already staying in Marbella, try to stay central. From the old town to the day feria is walkable, and you can get to the nighttime fairgrounds at Arroyo Primero by foot, taxi, or local bus.
And if you're staying outside Marbella, say in Estepona, Fuengirola, or even Malaga, your best bet is public transport during the day. There are plenty of buses, and taxis are reliable if you book ahead for the way back.
Just avoid driving if you can. Roads are congested, parking is limited, and honestly, it's more fun when you're free to roam with a rebujito in hand and no timetable.
Here's a little tip. Set a meetup point if you're going with friends. The fairgrounds are big and mobile signal can get patchy with a crowd. Pick a landmark like the churro stand or a particular ride just in case you drift apart.
Now, if you're still debating whether or not to go, here's what we'll say.
You don't need to spend a fortune. You don't need to understand every tradition. You don't even need to plan your whole day around it.
Just go for a few hours, walk through the old town during the day, and soak up the energy. Try something from a caseta, watch a dance, snap some pictures, stay for sunset.
You'll come away with one of the most authentic, joyful travel memories you can have in southern Spain.
The Feria de San Bernabé runs from June 9th to 15th, with the big kickoff this Sunday, June 8th, the pilgrimage day. If you're nearby, don't miss it.
And if you're an event organizer or part of a local group taking part, feel free to share your listings with us. Head to malagaradio.net and click Add an Event. It's free and it helps our listeners find you.
And before we go, a little thank you moment. If you've enjoyed this episode or you love what Malaga Radio is building, you can now support us directly on Patreon.
Helps keep the stories flowing. And we've made it super simple. Just visit malagaradio.com and tap the link. Even a small gesture makes a big difference. Enjoy the feria, take lots of photos, and maybe, just maybe, we'll see you there.
Malaga Radio.
This week has that wonderful feeling, like the coast is waking up early for summer. There's music in the air, colorful flags on balconies, and a rhythm that says something big is happening.
And it is because Torremolinos Pride is in full swing right now. It runs all the way to Friday, June 7. And if you haven't been yet, there's still time.
It's one of the biggest Pride events in Southern Europe. Huge energy, amazing costumes, drag shows, beach parties, rooftop DJs, and a sense of celebration that spills across the whole town.
From La Nogalera to El Barrondillo, the streets are live, and the big parade is coming on Saturday, June 7. So if you're anywhere near, do not miss it.
It's free, it's welcoming, and you don't need to be part of the scene to feel part of the joy. Now, looking ahead, If you're near Monda, don't miss the Feria de Monda this week. It's one of those village ferias that keeps everything traditional. Processions, flamenco dresses, local rock bands at night, and plenty of tinto de verano. Very family-friendly during the day, and then it gently slides into dance till late energy once the sun goes down.
Also worth knowing, Alozaina is celebrating San Antonio, their town's patron saint. Think church bells, processions with flower petals, and shared food in the plaza. It's one of those don't blink or you miss it moments. Totally uncommercial, totally real.
And we've heard that Benamargosa is holding a romería midweek, a kind of spiritual picnic meets procession, with decorated wagons, guitars, and families heading out toward a small hermitage. If you're anywhere near Beles Malaga, this is a hidden gem.
And here's a lovely little bonus. On Thursday, June 6th, the town of Istán is hosting its Dia del Corpus with carpets of colored sawdust laid out in the streets and a really beautiful small town religious celebration. Great for photos and even better if you want to feel connected to something timeless.
So whether you're wandering through Torremolinos with glitter still in your hair or following flower petals in Alozaina, this is a gorgeous week for local culture. It's Spain in all its contrast. Joyful, peaceful, sacred, wild.
And as always, if you discover something special in your town, let us know. We love hearing about it. Or even better, submit it at malagaradio.net so we can help others find it too.
Malaga Radio.
If you're the kind of traveler who loves a cool room, soft lighting, and something beautiful on the wall, this is your week.
It's the perfect moment to wander into Malaga's galleries because they've got some really exciting exhibitions right now, and you don't need to be an art expert to enjoy them.
Let's start with the Pompidou Center down at the port. You can't miss it. It's the one with the giant multicolored cube, and it's home to some serious international talent.
This week, they've got a gorgeous Kandinsky retrospective. Huge splashes of color, modernist chaos, and one of those shows that makes you feel like you're dreaming with your eyes open.
And for visitors, it's ideal. Labels in multiple languages, audio guides available, and is super walkable from the cruise port or anywhere in central Malaga.
Then we've got something brand new and very welcome, MUCAC La Coracha, formerly known as CAC Malaga. It's now housed up by Paseo de Reading, just near the Bull Ring, and it's the new center for contemporary art in the city.
Their opening exhibition is called Omnimoda, a photography show that really leans into the surreal. Think weird beauty, post-digital portraits, a little bit of fashion, a little bit of social commentary.
It's bold, it's smart, and it's totally free. And while you're there, you can also check out their permanent collection, which includes works from the 1940s to the 90s, even a few Picassos hiding in the mix.
Now, if you prefer something more rooted in tradition, the Museo Carmen Thyssen in the Historic Center is showing Pintura Liberada, a powerful exhibition of Spanish art from the post-Franco 1980s.
It's vibrant, defiant, and full of stories. A great insight into how art in Spain changed when the country suddenly opened up again. And the building itself, the old Villalón Palace, is worth the visit alone.
A little tip, many of these museums offer free entry during the last few hours of the day, so check the times, stroll in late, and let the art do its thing.
And if you're more into open-air experiences, take a wander through the Soho district, Malaga's own urban art zone. You'll find massive murals by artists like Obey and Deface right on the sides of buildings. It's like a gallery with no walls.
Whether it's classic, cutting edge, or out in the streets, culture is absolutely alive in Malaga right now. And it's all really easy to access, especially for visitors.
Take a break from the beach, duck into some shade, and give your eyes something to smile about.
Malaga Radio.
Okay, food lovers, this one's for you. This week is shaping up to be delicious. And the best part, you don't need to spend a fortune or dress up to eat like royalty on the Costa del Sol.
We're seeing the start of what we call early summer dining season. Those rooftop evenings, food truck pop-ups, new menus coming out, beach clubs. It's like the whole coast is getting hungry in slow motion.
First up, if you're in Malaga City, don't miss the traditional food markets. Atarazanas is still a must visit. Fish so fresh it looks like it swam in that morning. Stalls stacked with olives, cheeses, and chorizo. And the little wine and tapas bars at the back? Absolute gold.
And if you want something a little more curated, tapas and wine tours are in full swing again with small groups led by local guides. They take you through 5 or 6 different places, telling stories as you walk, pouring vermouth, sharing plates. It's not just about eating, it's about learning how locals eat.
There's even one led by a former chef and food writer. She'll have you sampling artichokes, anchovies, and that slightly addictive almond gazpacho that people forget is actually from Malaga.
Now let's talk beach clubs. If you're out toward Marbella or Estepona, this is the week when venues like Sonora Beach and La Plage Casanis start rolling out their summer menus. Grilled sea bass, watermelon cocktails, and DJ-backed sunset dinners on the sand.
You don't have to go full VIP. A nice cocktail at sunset with your toes in the sun is enough. But if you're in the mood for glam, Marbella is ready.
And for something a little more hands-on, cooking experiences are booming right now. There's one we love where local abuela, that's a Spanish grandmother, teaches you to make gazpacho, tortilla, and salmorejo. No stress, no chef coats, just aprons and laughs and olive oil everywhere.
It's tourism with heart, and you get to eat what you make. Fair deal.
Also worth noting, there are a couple of vineyard tours reopening for the season inland, especially near Ronda and Sailonga. Tastings with mountain views, local cheese pairings, and the kind of wine stories you can make up.
So whether you're sipping on the sand, snacking in the market, or folding eggs into a tortilla under the watchful eye of an abuela, the coast is full of ways to taste your way through the week.
Bring in a tight and maybe a notebook because you're going to want to remember where you were when you had that bite.
Malaga Radio.
If you're looking for the kind of night out you'll still be talking about next week, this is a great week to be on the Costa del Sol.
The music scene is turning the volume up, and there's something for every vibe, whether you're in the mood for an all-out beach rave, a slow rooftop evening, or a live string quartet in a ballroom. It's all happening.
Let's start at sea. The Sunset on Boat party sails out of Malaga port twice this week. A DJ-led catamaran party with chilled cava, good-looking playlists, and views that hit different when the sun starts dipping.
The DJs at Yakno Black, spinning Afro house, late in deep tech and beachside bangers. Think barefoot dancing, salt in the air, maybe a shout of Una Mas before the boat turns back to port. You sail around 8:30 p.m. and you'll be back by dark or just getting started.
And for something cinematic, the Candlelight Concert Series is running this Sunday night at the Grand Hotel Miramar. 2 shows, ABBA by a string quartet at 7 p.m. and Queen meets the Beatles at 9. All candlelit is gorgeous.
If you've never been, the Salon Real is like stepping into a Wes Anderson film. Chandeliers, gold trim, velvet chairs, add live music, and it's romance turned up to 11. We can't recommend it enough.
Now let's shift to the Marinostro in Fuengiorola stage right under the castle. On Saturday night, the Blaze take the stage. They're a French electronic duo known for their hypnotic visuals and emotionally charged sets. It's dance music, but cinematic, immersive, and somehow emotional.
We saw them once in Lisbon, and there were people crying on the dance floor, happy crying, that kind of show. The backdrop of Sohail Castle with the sea behind you just makes it even more surreal.
If you're looking for something with international glamour, head to Olivia Valer in Marbella. On Friday night, they're hosting El Grande Toto, Moroccan hip-hop meets Marbella luxury. It'll be packed, stylish, and loud in the best possible way.
And on Saturday night, going into Sunday morning, the real heads know to head to Momento Marbella. Landekan is playing, is a Madrid-based DJ known for blending tribal rhythms, deep grooves, and psychedelic visuals. His sets are less about drops and more about journeys.
It's immersive, full sensory stuff. Doors at midnight, but people don't really arrive before 2. If you're still standing at sunrise, respect.
And for the more relaxed crowd, the rooftop route never fails. Try Atico at the AC Hotel by Marriott for classic cocktails and sunset views over the cathedral. Or check out La Terraza de San Telmo, a new favorite for mellow beats and a great crowd near Plaza Oncibe.
Oh, and La Catarrina in Malaga is still our top tip for small gigs with big soul. This week, they've got a soul funk collective from Granada playing Thursday night. No ticket needed, just buy a beer and soak it in.
So whether you're in heels, trainers, or sandals, still dusty from the beach, the coast has a rhythm for you this week. Just follow your ears.
Malaga Radio.
All right, time to stretch those legs or arms or maybe just your mindset a little. because this week, the Costa del Sol is full of reasons to move.
And no, we're not talking about marathons or CrossFit. This is movement with a view, fun, social, sunshine-filled stuff that gets you outside without needing a six-pack or a smartwatch.
Let's start with paddle boarding because the season has officially started and the water this week, flat, warm, and super beginner friendly. There are pop-up rental stands in Pedregalejo, Fuengirola, and San Pedro, and most of them offer mini lessons too.
And if you want something a little more adventurous, Soup Yoga is back at Flower Beach. As paddleboard yoga at sunrise. It sounds intense, but it's surprisingly meditative. You wobble a bit, you laugh a lot, and you get to say you did downward dog with dolphins in the distance.
Over in Torremolinos, there's a weekly volleyball meetup on La Carihuela Beach every Wednesday and Saturday late afternoon. Free to join, open to tourists, and a really fun way to meet people, even if you haven't played since school.
Now, cyclists, we haven't forgotten you. The Malaga Urban Bike Tour is happening Thursday evening. It's a chilled, guided ride through the old town, down to the port with stops for history, photos, and one very necessary ice cream. Great for casual riders and anyone on a rental e-bike.
And if you're inland, Frigiliana's hiking group is doing a sunset trail on Friday. It's a gentle climb with olive groves and sea views, finishing with drinks in the plaza. You don't need gear, just proper shoes and a sense of humor.
If water's your thing, this is also the perfect week to try a surf taster class. Waves are friendly and places like La Cala Surf School and El Morche are offering intro sessions with everything included, boards, wetsuits, and a little encouragement.
And for families or anyone curious about horses, the Estepona Equestrian Center has reopened its evening pony rides and tapa store. You ride for about 40 minutes, then finish with sangria and snacks in a candlelit stable courtyard. It's way more charming than it sounds. No experience needed.
So whether it's a paddleboard, a pony, or a sunset trail with a cold drink at the end, this is the kind of week where movement feels good. No pressure, just sunshine and stories waiting to happen.
And if you try something new, tag us or drop us a message. We love hearing what you're up to. Or better yet, add your event at malagaradio.net and we might feature it next time.
Malaga Radio.
And that's a wrap for this week's Malaga Radio Weekly Diary. But trust us, the best is yet to come.
And if you're anywhere near Marbella, now's the time to make your plans for the Feria de San Bernabé next week. Lanterns, casetas, live music, parades. It all kicks off on Sunday, June 9th, and this episode was designed to help you enjoy it like a local.
By the way, if this week's diary has you dreaming of a future trip or maybe passing it on to a friend,
we've got something new launching this week. It's called Malaga Radio Travel. It's our own little travel site powered by the big platforms, but with that same friendly voice you hear here.
So if you're thinking ahead, booking flights, hotels, or even a rental car for when you visit, you'll be able to do it there. And every booking helps support the station too, which means more diaries, more shows, more stories.
It should go live sometime during the week. So check back at malagaholiday.com and we'll post the link when it's ready.
And if you're heading to any of this week's events, from rooftop concerts to paddleboard yoga, let us know. Or better yet, submit your own event at malagraneol.net so fellow listeners can find it.
And a quick travel tip before we go. If you still haven't sorted out your mobile data, we've got you covered. Malaga Radio, eSIMs work across Spain and Europe. No shops or swaps needed.
You just tap download and boom, online in under a minute. Perfect if you're already on the beach or just landed at the airport. You'll find them at malagamerchandise.com.
And hey, if you love what we're building here at Malaga Radio, you can now support the station on Patreon. Just head to malagaradio.com and tap the link. It means the world.
Thanks for listening. And wherever this week takes you, bring your sun cream and your sense of adventure.
Malaga Radio. Malaga Radio.